In this episode of the Ktdata Anime Podcast, Raku adds another key.
When the round table strolls.
And the 2014 Spring Anime Preview. All that more coming up. The show begins in 3, 2, 1. It's time for the Ktdata Anime Podcast with Dito and Ktdata. The Ktdata Anime Podcast is brought to you by allergies, making your nose run and your eyes puffy since always. Welcome to spring. Hey everybody, welcome to the Ktdata Anime Podcast. I am Ktdata.
And I'm Dito.
And this is the podcast where Dito and I sit around and talk about anime. All goodness and stuff
and things and the occasional wet biscuit.
Yeah, and sometimes we make revelations and thoughts like tonight. If you were here for the live show, you would have known what it was. But if you weren't, you missed out. So,
too bad. Too bad, TV. Too bad.
So, Dito, how have you been, my friend? I've not seen you in like 2 weeks.
So there's a really funny thing, KT. I think I've discovered how to make rain. You know, since we're in Utah.
Are we talking about an anime or are we talking about actual rain?
Funny thing is, since it's rained today, it's been, kind of dry for the last every other week, and we've been receiving rain like every other week. Though the last time we received rain was big dirt balls of rain, but still rain. And I think I've discovered why.
You're trying to feed the car washing industry?
Yes, that's exactly the reason. Every time I wash my car, it's like by Murphy's Law, it has to rain.
That's why I haven't washed my car in 3 weeks.
I think I've discovered our drought situation here. So everyone, or I think Congress of Utah, if you want to have rain, wash my car or pay for me, pay to wash my car. And I can almost guarantee within 3 to 4 days, it will rain.
Perfect. We have a plan. Now we just got to put it into action.
Fund our podcast.
Yes. All right. If you guys have never seen the Ktdata Anime Podcast before, first of all, Dito and I say welcome. Second of all, you're probably going, what in the world is this going on? Where are all these animes and stuff? Don't fret. We make it easy here. Just pause the podcast, go to ktdata.net, look for episode 7 of the winter season, and then if you click down in the show notes, there are links to all the animes in its
and they don't save the princess.
Full streaming glory right there. So, and you don't got to worry about anything. It just plays in your browser and you're good to go. I mean, I don't know how much easier I can make it.
I do. It involves a lot of technology, a holodeck, and no job.
That sounds more complicated.
Well,
just the holodeck part right there.
Well, it's like the hardest part is the job because you need that first to pay for the holodeck, to pay for all the technology, and then you have no money to get the anime. So yes, that's why we stream. Brilliant.
Yep. Yeah, you don't have to go into like some shady back room where there's curtains and everything, where you're not guaranteed to find anime. You might find other dangerous things to see. So yeah.
Yeah,
do they even have stores still like that? With like
yes, they do.
With like curtains in the back.
Yes, actually, are you familiar with that shop right off of State and about 8th, right across from the Sears?
Oh, it says like magazine collectibles.
Yes, it's the shadiest store ever, and it's right here downtown.
Yeah, see, guys, even in Utah, we have shady stores. So.
And they don't hide it. They don't hide it. They display. It says magazine store. Magazine store is the most generic, shady thing ever. You feel like you're going to get an STD.
Yep. So let's jump into something that's not shady. Our first anime of the night.
さらに凄まじい苦労の連続となる。
おはよう、ダーリン。
And our first anime of the night is Nisekoi, and it's brought to you by Friends. Sometimes you really should watch out for those friendly surprises they like to add into your collections of stuff.
Yes, we call this the sleight of hand.
So last episode, Godzilla gets a stuffed Gojira when you realize that you've made the same promise to two girls, and hail to the wingman. Yeah. So, Raku now has a problem, Tito.
Since when? He's had a problem.
Well,
you want alphabetical or numerical?
He's realized his biggest problem is that he's made the same promise to two girls, and all three of them don't remember the details in full, which really worries me about the water they were drinking, getting some kind of amnesia between all three of them.
I find this just the funniest part of it too. Okay, so Raku only really knows about the promise with the locket, and even though he knows the promise, he doesn't remember the promise. Kurosaki has a diary of the promise and a very detailed, childish fifth grader style of memory telling diary. And Onodera just remembers and just is like,
she's the most public about the key.
She is, and it makes me wonder about this too. If you could take all their memories and just everything itself and mix it together, so what kind of hybrid creation would you get?
That'd probably be in an anime in all itself. Season 2 of Nisekoi. Nisekoi, the lost stories.
Do I hear a second season
on there? So now we get to this awkward situation where,
how can this get any more awkward?
Where's my? I don't have my prop hat. The one time I actually could have pulled out my prop hat that would have worked. Do I still have it here? Oh, I do. Like, where's a good place to go for another study date? Yeah. They've already gone to Raku's house before, and that seemed to turn out okay. But you always want to switch up your study locations, right? So where would be a good place to go?
The sun?
No, you want to go to your local fast food place right there, and this hat's not going to stay on.
Well, you have such a big microphone head.
Sure. Yeah. So they decide to go have a study date at McDonald's, and they didn't even try to hide it this time. It was definitely the Golden Arches and the Mickey D's.
It's called Mickey D's. Mickey D's. Because they want the D.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but when was the last time you went to a McDonald's or a fast food place and you saw somebody studying there?
Actually, considering the fact alone, the McDonald's near my place, just over here, is actually right next to the community college. So actually, quite often, I don't see someone bring in their entire PC, which I've seen at other ones. But no, I've actually seen people study there. To me, it just does not seem like a good study area. It's loud. People are coming in and out, and the Wi-Fi is not that great because everybody's using it. It's just like go to a library like a normal kid. Then you have your friends stepping over each other, trying to help the other friend. And then when they come back, you have your best friend sitting there with the biggest grin ever.
Yeah. And then you have a discussion on, okay, what also worried me is they ordered food, but you don't really see them eating any of it. It just kind of sits there. Yeah.
Okay, so remember how, like, in China, whenever they get, like, luxurious stuff there, like the first Starbucks there, they would line up for hours on end just so they could sit there in the cafe with the Starbucks cup? I think this is the same kind of status they have in this show.
Starbucks doesn't have a dollar menu, though.
Yeah, they do. It's just $5. For a tall, which is a short.
So, like, yeah, and they start talking. What worries me is when they start talking about favorite flavors of milkshakes.
Because remember, their milkshakes bring the boys to the yard. Well,
and
just
I'm
Raku.
Like, it's better than yours.
Well, I guess there is Shu's case too.
He just likes being there.
No, I swear to God that Shu's face, that grin he did, is exactly how everyone sees me when I do my goofy grin.
I thought that was just artist rendition that you changed your Facebook profile to.
It's pretty damn accurate. I'm saying it. It's pretty damn accurate
on there. So Raku's having this struggle between all of them, and then he notices the bodyguards too, and she seems to be the smartest out of all of them, surprisingly. I don't know what's going on, so he's all confused on there, and then Raku remembers, oh yeah, that picture that Dad was talking about. I probably should go find it, right?
And normally whenever you are hell-bent, if you have OCD really bad like KT and I, you don't stop looking for something that's annoying you, or you'd be looking at a picture frame and realize it's still crooked and it annoys you to no end until it's completely straight. Or is that just me?
Nope, that's all of us. A little piece of everybody deep inside. That's how we roll.
Yes. So when Raku does find this, why is it like so dramatic? I mean, it's just.
And why is he sweating over this like antique box? I'm a little worried about that. I'm like,
I think it's going to be a lot. It's the same thing as like we were talked about before with the Attack on Titan. You have Aaron's father's basement. So this was Raku. This is Raku. No, this is Raku cleaning out Aaron's father's basement, finding the hidden treasure, open it up, and then find out it's his father's porn stash.
Yeah.
That's I think Raku was worried about, is like it's his dad's porn stash mixed with that picture mixed into it. That'd be very detrimental to a child.
Yeah, use that as a bookmark or something. On there. So he look.
I'm not going to comment on that one.
Yeah. So he looks it up, and it's a redhead, and we're all going, "What?" I
thought it was a brunette.
I don't know, reddish brown. It was not, but it was definitely not Onodera colored or Kurosaki or Shitoge's
Chikoge.
Blonde color.
Kurosaki, whatever you want to say. Whatever is easy to roll off the tongue.
Yeah.
I've been saying Kurosaki for so long, it's just kind of roll with that now. I would say Chikoge. I can't even say it.
Chikote.
Yeah.
Like on Star Trek Voyager.
Easier. It rolls off the tongue a lot easier.
Come to the bench.
It reminds me, it's like whenever we say Chikote, I think of a little chihuahua. Maybe it's just me, but it's like when I think of her name, just like Chikote, I'm like little big ball of Tsunade bitey yapper. Moving on. Such anger.
Yeah. So we find out there's another girl, and then she has another key. And my question at this point is, who makes all these like antique keys that fit into one lock? Just like, where do you find that, and where do like 5-year-olds find this too?
No. Well, first off, we must also introduce this third girl too, so then I can get into this Keyrambler I want to go on. So her name is Tachibana Mari, or Markei, or whatever her weird dad decided to name her, but they all call her Mari. And I'm not going to beat around the bush on this too. She is the commissioner's daughter, and we have commissioner daughter, two Yakuza gang leaders, kids, and now they're all mixed together like this. Like, yes. Now, if you want to say cockfight, we can go with that one. And it's it's just as dangerous.
I did like the Super Saiyan Shitoge that you get when she first steps into the classroom.
Yes. And thus comes with this key rant. Ready? Key rant. You have moon-shaped key. You have another Chikoge key, and you have Onodera's little granny key. It starts out like kind of like the whole Super Saiyan thing, since we're on the Super Saiyan subject. You start out like a little Goku, a little kid Goku, go into teenager / adult Goku, and all of a sudden you go into like Super Saiyan 4 hybrid fusion Goku, or Gotad, to whatever the hell his name is. And it gets in that size frame too. So it starts a little Onodera's little granny key. No, then
It's
we go
not about
into,
the size, Dito.
No, it's not about the size. It's about how Kurosaki decides to break it, and then you go into Mari's huge, like, I'm going to rip out your liver and eat it key.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure none of those keys are TSA approved.
I don't even think Raku's lock is. I mean, the thing looks like it will take out, like, it can
Yeah.
probably sever a limb. If you swing that thing, just get a nice good swing and just.
Yeah,
Ooh,
and it looks
I swear
sharp
to God.
enough to like puncture a couple vital organs too.
Well, so on this too, since we were talking about vital organs and everything stuff, and how deadly his locket is, I want to say this too. You hold it like this, all right? Get behind somebody, and you can easily assassinate somebody with that. I'm not joking.
Yeah, it's just it's dangerous on there, man. Dangerous. And
Perfect for a gangster's son.
Yeah. Well, one thing I've realized though is that you'd never, ever, ever, ever trust your dad when he goes out drinking with other dads.
That is actually good advice for everyone. So this is the Kita anime podcast tip of the day. Don't let your dad drink with other dads.
Yeah, because what might happen is even though you're only like 1 year old, you're going to get promised off to somebody else.
And not just anybody else. It is the opposite side of what your family does, So if you are, your family does gardening, so say like, plantation itself, and then your dad goes and meets someone who is in the, bioengineering plant production, and you sell them off to each other. So that's going to be a mix of some disaster there.
Yeah, so it looks like Tachibana was promised to Raku 10 years ago. Wow, I wonder, 10 years ago. Yeah. And so they're engaged, which is a little awkward since Raku has a fake girlfriend right now that sort of kind of likes him. And he also has a lady on the side. Poor Onodera. She's like the lady on the side now. And then he has two other...
Tsubaki is pretty freaking out there, too. She just kind of like pops in every so often. She's just like going, I'm just going to help you. I'm just going to show you how to read this. And, and then I'm going to go over there and then have my best friend give me the biggest grin ever.
Yeah. On there. So, this is a little complicated on there. But, yeah, so that's what happens. And the girl in the picture was Tachibana. And seriously, where is Raku getting all these keys? Does he have, like... You think he would remember where he bought these antique keys from, since there's probably only like 2 in Japan.
So I know I'm going to sound... This is my prediction. Okay, this is Dito's prediction. From the times that I've ever bought, like, packet sets of stuff, pack sets, I'll use this as an example. If you ever go to an Asian market, you go see the tea set, you have, sometimes they have like variety of stuff. I think this locket was bought from some shady like marketer down on like borderline red district and everything, that pulls out this blanket from his coat and has all these trinkets on it. Bear with me. And Raku, being the kid he is with the 3 girls itself, sees this little like box and everything. So open it up, see his abnormously large locket in there and the 3 keys, and being a child and naive they are, gives it to each one of them and like making the promise, let's all get together. And somewhere down the line, somebody did make that promise that, okay, when we reunite, that we are going to get married. And it just turned into 3 birds with 1 locket.
So you're telling me that Raku, or 5 or 6 year old Raku, mistaken a S&M toy for keepsakes to 3 little girls? You said it was probably some shady guy next to the red light district, so...
Yes, I'm going to roll with that. I'll roll with that.
All right. Awkward. On there. So...
TV.
So, now that we have... How many girls are we at now?
4.
4?
Maybe more.
Well, yeah, so whose team are you on?
I am on the observing team. I'm actually gonna be. I'm like Shu. I'm probably. If there's any character in here, I am Shu. If there's any character in this entire series, it is Shu. Just for the fact alone, like if you're a Raku, I would mess with you so bad like that.
I am so not like sharing hotel rooms with you anymore because there are probably like black market pictures of me sleeping out there.
Hold on, let me pull up that file and delete it really quick.
If you're making money off that, I better get a share of it at least.
It's. I must not let him know about atadkt.net.
So yeah, I'm really curious, and now I can see why they're going up to episode 20. Is we still got more shenanigans to go on with this, so we'll see what's going on after that. And speaking of shenanigans, we left off with some on our last episode for our next anime. And our final anime of the night is Log Horizon, and it's brought to you by
the good old-fashioned Crescent Burger. The burger that started it all.
Aw, memory lane.
Ooh.
Do you have a Crescent Burger back there?
No. What is this anyways?
Actually, I'd be worried if you had a Crescent Burger in your room, because I would be like, Dito, why are you keeping a hamburger in your room for more than a couple hours?
I was just wondering, like, going, what the hell is this? Oh, this is like a Fat Cats token.
Those guys are still around.
Yeah, I know. Hey, when you have Asian friends and they like to go bowling, they go to Fat Cats, and I just kind of tag along. And I played the punching bag game in there, and I had too much fun by punching a bag. I don't know why. Probably because I was actually beating them. Anyways, I feel like that's almost like belittling little kids. You know, it's like you have a bunch of kids there, and you know they're like better than you at something itself, but then once you beat them at something, you seem like you're the bad guy because now you're picking on kids.
Dun,
I kind of feel that way.
Bully.
Alrighty. So our last episode, we did have Shiroi. Wow, stumbling on my words. Shinoi is getting annoyed. Natsu eats practically everything on sight. I don't know about his iron stomach or where in the world this goes. And then attack on Akihabara. Dun, dun.
3D gear.
3D gear. Just, anyways, yeah, we don't have Misaka. And I probably look like a dork doing that, but entertainment for you. Alrighty, so this is where it gets really, really fun. I mean, we left off right when we had Lanisha getting approached by our creepy court dictator with no pupils or real eyeballs.
Yeah.
And we have Shinroi come in. We have the what was his name that came in for the traders?
Builder dude.
The other dude that had the big R monk thing, and then Krusty. Man, they trolled the hell out of him.
Yeah, total like forgery and everything, man. It was brilliant.
Yeah, it was perfect too, because they realized that he was the real cause of all this too, trying to now cause an uprising in Akihabara. So now they would have to like bow down, or just it shows that like the demeanor toward the actual town itself, because they can't hold their independence without having an uprising. Or maybe I'm just thinking too far into it, and it's mostly just a bunch of people of the land just trying to be funny or disruptive or be even a troublemaker like KT.
I'm always a troublemaker. So yeah, it's kind of interesting because Shiroe is kind of laying it on the princess too. So she's like, "What? Were you here to help me?"
And that's a great too. It's just like going, "That's okay. We realize that you made a mistake, but here, I found everything for you. So here you go."
Yeah. Now, so yeah, and I love how the merchant dude's like, "Well, the round table's warehouses are full, but I got enough for 1,000 times of stuff that you have. So I'll even let you borrow some carts." Ding.
So I got my own. It's literally, this is that friend. You know, we all may have this friend. I say may because not all of us. This friend that's just like going, dude, I can't store my stuff. Do you have a place to store it? And it's like, sorry, man, I don't got a place. I don't got anything at my place to store. But you know, I have this garage out back that can store all your stuff plus 10 times more. Yeah, go ahead. Let me just get some carts for you.
Yeah. So, we kind of go through all that, and I was a little disappointed in this episode. I was expecting more of a ground spur that would make you want to really watch season 2, because we know this is the last episode of season 1 for Log Horizon. So I was looking for that one thing, but we didn't really get it. We did get introduced to Noriha, and she's the leader of Plant Hawaden, which is the dudes from the West on there. And she gets really chummy with Shiroe.
Okay, you know how when people go and try to film sharks and everything stuff, what they call chum the waters by throwing in bits of pieces of fish, usually sometimes a frozen chum. Yeah, I think that's what she was actually trying to do, because Nuhere, I can never say her name correctly because it's weird. She was like the one that actually like antagonized the entire thing, so that, you know, she can chum the waters, trying to get Shiroe over to her side.
Come to me, Shiroe. Come to me.
It's you. You helped me when I was like a nobody in this world, because I was a nobody in the real world. But when you said I had talent, you know, you boosted my self-esteem, and now look where I am, and I want you to come to me.
We can
Does that
find
work?
the secrets of the world if you come with me.
And that's the greatest thing too. So we did see some a little insight to what season 2 is going to be about. You know, it's like Shiroe kind of like is unlocking how to break away from the two worlds.
Ooh, I thought they were just melded together. This is the first time they've even kind of gone into that. Because you get to that point in the anime where they've just accepted that, yeah, real world, old world, new world, it's all the same now to us. There's like, I mean, because in like Sword Art, you know, they knew there was the actual physical world outside the game, but these guys, they've just accepted that this is it. Like, there's nothing else. So
a lot of them did pretty well.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting that they're going down this path on here. And you know, the biggest thing, and I'm kind of sad about this because I don't know how they're gonna do it, is Guild Log Horizon. They're gonna leave Akiba.
That's the greatest thing too. It's like they're finally like progressing. I mean, they spent so much time trying to establish Akihabara to be like a self-sufficient area, you know, trying to protect everyone there too, which sure did. Like, now it all started again with a single burger that changed the entire town, and brought together the round table, that brought together Akihabara, that actually started to defend the area itself. You know, you had a small little town like this of just a bunch of adventurers, and they won a friendship with a kingdom nearby, you know, and a big kingdom of the nation.
I'm just sad though, because no more Marie then, because I didn't see Marie in the group, and I'm like, but Marie.
That's okay, because
Marie.
we have the creepy sorcerer coming.
But Marie.
Creepy sorcerer.
Can I come with you?
That was the creepiest thing ever. It's just like, I'm gonna leave Akihabara. Can I come? It's just like, what?
But I do have to say, I am excited for season 2 of Log Horizon. I have no idea where they're going to take this, but so far I've trusted them to kind of take us along this journey, and they've delivered everything I've wanted. So let's have more.
Yeah, I can't wait for season 2, and well, at least for me, I am really hoping that I don't think they're going to be able to mess it up.
Yeah.
You know, unless they decide to jump the Elder Tale into a fairy world, and then
where like, Akatsuki becomes useless, Shiroe becomes useless, and
no,
it's all about the little kids trying to free him from a cage.
Actually, I had something far worse than that when ominous, but something similar. Shiroi, okay, he becomes the evil head person that ends up having Akatsuki being this little fairy that he puts in his pocket, and then Natsu ends up becoming the underhero, but then gets put into this guild where all his only screen time is going to be for like 2 seconds, and he's actually the background of the actual raid that's going on. Then we have
what's going to happen to Nyanta?
I was just going to get to that. Nyanta is actually going to is just going to sit back as a chef, cooking all the food for everyone's self and not actually get any screen time, which is a very unfortunate shame. And who am I missing now? Okay, and all the little kids, they actually become the heroes that have to go against the Shiroi, but instead they all like end up getting killed and getting sent back to cathedrals. But then since they got the gates working in the west, once they get their self, they get stuck in the west and they can't get themselves back over to the east. And griffins don't work anymore.
Well, it wouldn't matter because none of the kids have griffins. It's like all the older players that have the griffins.
Yeah, I went on a tangent there, so I don't even know where I stopped, where I actually wanted to stop my thoughts, and I just kind of went on with it.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see what happens in Log Horizon Season 2. And oh look, Dito, it's end of the show, right? We can go now.
Yeah, thank you for staying with us. We got our late at start, but guess what? It's not over.
No, because we still have to do the spring anime preview. And that is actually brought to you by the Little Big Cast live stream of Outlast's Whistleblower DLC. Just came out today, actually. So join them this Friday at 8 p.m. on ktdata.net for more scares and hopefully less lame endings.
I still say that Outlast's the scariest or the most jump times were the ones that were not even actually psychos.
It's a scary game minus the last level. It is, because I watched them play through the whole entire thing, and
I got the second half.
It's pretty scary. So we'll see what happens today.
I love it too. Battery, yay!
Psychopathic murder, run!
Hide! Get in the vents!
All right,
get under the bed. It's right there. Bed, go! Don't go in the light. No, that one. It was hilarious. I love that.
Awesome. So make sure you guys check it out. All right, let's start our anime preview with this one. And our first anime preview is No Game, No Life. So imagine a world where murder, war, robbery is forbidden and disputes are resolved by games. Sora and Shiro are brother and sister neats who go by the name Blank. And when I say blank, it's just like empty character, blank. After being transported into this new world, they find out humans are pretty much bottom feeders. Nobody really cares about them, and they get stepped over. So can Sora win his way to becoming the king of Elkia, the last human kingdom, and show the world the full potential of humans? We'll have to find out in the show of No Game, No Life. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Which I found out really funny too. So the voice actors who are doing Sora and Shiro are actually the same ones who were doing the Pet Kanojo anime from way back in the day.
Wasn't that was only like a year ago?
Yeah, way back in the day.
Okay.
That for us here in Ktdata, that's way back in the day, because we actually have to like dig up old archives.
All right, let's go into the next anime we're previewing. And our next anime is Baby Steps.
All right, so Muramoto Ichiru, or known as Ichan, is a honor student who has known for kept his really well kept notes. I mean, like superb notes. Nothing you'll ever see
Better than Spark Notes.
Better than Spark Notes. Finding that he needs some exercise in his life, he checks the local tennis club because, cool kids do. Why not? After becoming captivated with tennis and the girl who ends up being in his club and class and end up, taking his notes too, because, notes get all the chicks to bring to the yard, A-chan decides to join the club. Well, finds out that there is a kid who has never touched tennis racket ever. Before he can make it into the world of competitive tennis, he must learn to play
by taking
notes. Yay! And I don't understand why baby steps have anything to do with note taking, but okay.
Well, he's taking baby steps along the way to learn tennis. Get it? Get it?
I was like, for the first episode here, I was actually quite intrigued, just the sheer fact alone how they presented this show.
I thought it was gonna be like he's gonna join the tennis club and he's all shy around it and everything, but he's pretty friendly with the girl that he's already has a crush on.
The kind of thing I got from this one is more like Hajime no Ippo. It's like he kind of got an interest in boxing, but he had a talent for it. A-chan doesn't have a talent. His only talent is
having a ridiculous faux hawk.
Yeah, he has a duck butt.
Yeah, I just can't get over that.
On the front of his head, a duck butt.
I just can't get over my okay.
Duck butt.
maybe this
duck
next preview. Maybe this next preview will
duck butt. Go.
And our next anime preview is Black Bullet 2031. Tokyo is infested by the Gastera, a virus that turns organisms into monsters.
On Earth.
Satomi Rentaro is a civil servant who is fighting back against the Gastera. Armed with black bullets made out of metal that the Gastera are vulnerable to, and with the help of Enju, a cursed child. Satomi's goal is to take back the world from the Gastera. Can he do it? Black Bullet will tell all.
Another anime where all badasses need a loli.
We have a lot of lolis in our previews. I'm not even gonna lie about that.
I'm not even. I didn't pick this because of that. I picked it because it actually looked interesting.
Yeah, okay, sure, interesting.
I am not my other friend. We both know that it is a loli freak. Anyway. I went there. Yes, I did.
Oh, well, clip that out and send it to him. All right, let's go on to our next preview. And our next anime is Kanojo Gaff Flag o Oretara.
Sota Hayate has a special ability. He can see people's future in the form of a flat flag. I did say that wrong. On their heads. The death flag, romantic flag, the friendship flag, and the competitor flag, etc., stuff like that. One day he sees the death flag on a young man, and he ends up trying to change his fate by saying some magic words, and it varies from person to person, but it will snap their flag. All right. Now he must assemble a group of people to change people's fate, maybe?
Ooh.
Can Sota do this, or will he end up having his own death flag?
Oh, dun dun dun. He's like the people whisperer. I just thought about that.
It's like, you will not get the promotion. It's like the whole purpose of this show is just to snap people's flags. And we've had many animes in the past where it's just like, did I just trigger a flag?
Yeah, and I mean, you hear this a lot. Let me see if I can play the beginning of this intro again. Those are just sounds of flags breaking.
Yeah, and he's really good at doing that. So, anyways.
Yeah. So This is an interesting one. All right, let's go into our next preview. Arranged marriages. Most of the time, it's for political purposes. This time, it's no different. Nike, the fourth princess of the Rain Dukedom, has been promised to the Sun Kingdom king. When she finally meets the king, she finds out this man is just a boy, even though he's conquered the world in 3 years. Ooh. Can this royal couple sort things out, or will it be an all-out disaster? Find out in Sore Demo Sekai wa Yusuki. Oh man, Yusukushi.
Yeah, Yutusukushi.
Ah man, I almost made it through that one. Almost made it through that one.
I had to sit there and look at it too. I'm like, okay, yes, that is right. Yutukusushi.
All right.
Sushi. Anyways.
All right, let's go to our final preview of the night. And our final anime of the night is Rugajo Nana no Maizokun.
You're going to laugh and you're going to love it. Nana, na na na, na 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 na. Na 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 na. Anyways. Oh, I did not expect to do that. Anyways, proceeded on.
That was the easy part of the name too.
Yeah, that's the easy part of the name. So, Nanana Ryugaju wanted a place for where young people could reach any of their dreams. Thus, Nana Island was created. Unfortunately, Nanana was murdered in her apartment. One of the island's newest residents, Jugo Yama, ended up renting the apartment where Nanana haunts. What? Haunts?
Cheap rent, man.
Yes, so following Jugo, he explores the island to find Nana's treasures that Nana apparently Nana had hidden herself. Wait, what?
Yep. She hid them all in the caves.
So what we're trying to say here is we just found the anime around Indiana Jones. The only difference is Indiana Jones already found the treasure, got killed before hiding the treasure, just so people can find the treasure. Oh, by the way, and Indiana Jones loves pudding in this.
Yeah. This belongs in a museum, Dad.
This show is quite interesting because Jugo gets a little bit of judo from crossing into the Forbidden God's land.
Yep, it was worth it. Dislocated shoulder, totally worth it.
Worth it.
And then I'm also curious why bathrooms have hidden compartments that are set for timers.
Why do apartments even have ghost girls in it that
I'm not worried about that.
They try to fight for dominance because you can't touch them, but they can touch you. I find that just completely. Anyways.
Well, think about it. If you were the ghost, you've been there longer than them. You have your stuff in the Zen-like way where you like it. You don't want that changed.
What do you mean?
You don't want this random person. Like, imagine if somebody came in.
She eats pudding. She plays MMOs all day. She plays. Oh wait, that's what I do.
Yeah, like imagine if I went into your room and moved everything around so your figures are on different shelves, your games is in a different order and everything. Wouldn't that bug you?
For one, I would say congratulations and kudos to you that you'd even do that. And second off, nah. I would I'd just be actually sheer amazed that you would actually be able to move anything and put it somewhere else.
Oh, I'll make it work.
Okay, if you can do that in a day, I would actually be amazed.
Yeah, I'm so moving your flat screen into your bathroom for convenience sake.
We're talking about my TV being defiled earlier, so I didn't mean in the bathroom.
Why not? We'll just send it through its full life.
Because race car.
Yeah. All right, Dito. Unfortunately, this is the end of the episode. So, if you guys, this is the end of our winter season. We are starting the spring season of the Kita Anime Podcast in our next episode. If you want to see any of these animes that we've just barely mentioned in this preview, or you have other ones, I mean, I watched Marvel Disc Wars Avengers for some reason. If you want to hear us talk about that, send us an email, ktdata.net. We will put it into consideration. Or if you'd like the Facebook type, just leave it on our Facebook page saying, hey, I want to see X anime be discussed on the next Kita Anime Podcast. And
not X-rated anime.
Yeah.
Generic title anime here. That's going to be coming up this season.
Yes, because Dito and I will not be reviewing any hentai for you guys. Sorry.
Not now. Maybe in another
Kita
time.
After Dark.
Yeah, Kita After. Yeah. Well, it is like 1 a.m. here. Yes. Almost 2 a.m. here. Why not?
So you can find that at facebook.com/ktdatanet, or if you want to send it over on Twitter, Dito and I check that often. You can find me at ktdata, and you can find Dito at ahoy, baby. Dun dun dun. On there. Also, if you are listening on iTunes, YouTube, Stitcher, or however else you get the show, and there's a subscription button, I would love it if you hit the subscribe button. It looks probably something similar to this. And if there's a review system, leave a review or something. I wouldn't mind one of those too. Good or bad. A review is still a review. I'd love to see what you guys think on there. And of course, like I said, ktdata.net. Little Big Cast Crew doing live streams. Tons of content coming out. So much content that I am overwhelming myself trying to get it all out to you guys.
Yes, you are.
Am I missing anything else, Dito?
Speaking of content too, I will be putting out a review for a Mugen Soul Z. I just barely got that one.
Zeta for you guys in Europe and Canada.
Zeta.
Or Zed.
Not the Z word. Don't say the Z word.
Canadians like Zed. That's how they do it.
Zod. Yeah. Bow down to Zod. Anyways, so check us out really soon on that too. I should be putting that out in hopefully soon. I'll probably try to get out by this weekend.
Yeah, and if you guys want to watch us live, our next recording, May 20th, 2014, you can find that at ktdata.net/live. All right, Dito, it's been fun. Thanks for spending some time with me talking about anime and just chilling, man.
See, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Bye.
And thank you guys for listening, watching, whatever. We will see you in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
See you guys. Woo. TV. You.
Oh, you love it.
No, it didn't shut off, and I don't want to go back over there and shut it off.
Because it was like, Dito, I need to show you porn. It's late enough in the night where you can watch porn on me.
Yes, it is, but that is actually quite interesting. It has not been soiled like that yet. Now that I think about it. Aside from anime boobs on there, no. That is actually quite interesting. How long have I had this TV?
Oh, I am so glad that was recording.